Let's talk about the SEC.
Nobody wants secrets.
Addresses are in sync with the app. Crypto is stored on the receive wallet because we'll just install companion apps. Like for instance on the Bitcoin, if we tap Bitcoin and do a receive, right, it's going to show us the Bitcoin address. You'll just want to confirm that on your device. You can go back here to the main screen and tap the Bitcoin, and you should see that address. It's a little bit hard to read there, but you can see that the addresses match. Right? There we go. And you can do that with the other. Go ahead and finish this up. Looks like we were successful. It's going to present advance to the next and easy to use. So this was just a joy to do. Hey guys, Crypto Dad here. My name is Rex, for those of you who don't know. Welcome to another live stream Saturday night, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. I'm here with the rig. I'm here with a bunch of stuff here. Let's see if I can So we got the rig in the background. I just wanted to give a shout out to all the dads out there. So my mom always sends me a card on Father's Day, so to remind me that it's Father's Day, and so I shout out for all the dads out there. I realize that my channel is Crypto Dad, so I definitely identify with being a dad and a father, and so I wanted to give a shout out to all the fathers out there this weekend. I also wanted to give a shout out to my home state of Michigan. We were at the Michigan Well, I'm sorry. We were at the farmer's market this morning, and the first batch of dark, sweet Michigan cherries were out. And the first thing my wife said was, if only one stall has them, they're probably like too early. And maybe too expensive, which was really good advice. But we saw a couple of stalls that had Michigan cherries. Officially, the Michigan cherry season starts. Somebody just donated. Thank you, Mamar. I appreciate that. The official Michigan cherry season starts in July 1st. So we're halfway through June. So I guess there were a couple of orchards that had some cherries ready. And if you've never had dark, sweet Michigan cherries in the summer, you're missing out. I guess their rival is Washington State. But the season du jour in Michigan is strawberry season. So we got some fresh Michigan strawberries today. So it's a great time to be around in Michigan during the summer. So shout out to all your dads, all those dads, and shout out to living in Michigan. So let's jump over to the main screen here. I'll say hello to everybody. I think I got the wrong I got the wrong, let's see what we got here. Yeah, we got the wrong screen. I believe this is the one that I want. There we go. I got so many screens. I got 3 screens, and I have an NVIDIA graphic card, a 4090, which is like the best. I don't know, they probably got a better one now, but that's the one that I have now. And it works really good. And you can plug in like 4 monitors to it. But when I'm playing a really intense game that needs a lot of oomph, I need to disable the other 2 monitors when I'm working on like my big monitor. Anyway, enough about me. We're going to dive into the crypto news. We got some interesting crypto news tonight. Let me see here. Let me get all this junk closed. Yeah. Okay. So let's go into our first live topic here. Let's talk about Bitcoin. If for those of you who are not familiar with the live stream, if you check down in the description, I've got an outline of what we're going to talk about tonight, some things we're going to do tonight, ways to connect to me, financial disclaimer. This is not financial advice, even though I don't usually give it. I'm usually giving technical advice. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so. And then I've linked all the stories down below here. And then I've got some affiliate links for stuff you might be interested in, and some links to some free open source wallets, and some various cryptocurrency exchanges to get you going. And down at the bottom, a couple links to some popular videos of mine. So check all that information out. So let's go into the news here. The first thing is the Bitcoin recrosses 26.3. I believe it's at 26,500 right now. Let me see if I can, where is my X Mirage? Yeah, we need that. So I can share my phone with you guys. And something just fell. Okay. Come on, Rex, you can do it. Okay, yeah. So we'll check the price on crypto.com right now. As you can see on CoinDesk, we've got Bitcoin at 26,537. It's been doing pretty good most of the day. Let's see, what do we got on crypto.com? Yeah, crypto.com is up higher than that. Don't know why crypto.com has different prices than in the US. I heard they were based in Singapore, but as far as I knew, they were based in Hong Kong. The my rep for several years lived in Hong Kong, so I just assumed their main offices were there, but I heard somewhere they were based in Singapore. So I'm assuming that they get their current price of Bitcoin from various Asian-based exchanges. I always used to think it was a front run of the American exchanges. Now I'm not so sure. It's not always higher, but tonight it is, right? So that's what we have on crypto.com. Maybe good stuff to come. We'll see. Markets surged for a second time in less than 24 hours following the fund management giant's announcement that it had filed paperwork for the formation of a spot Bitcoin ETF. The largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization was recently trading at 26,369. BCT was trading below 25,000, nearest 3-month low, as recently as Thursday morning, before settling at about 25.5 in hours immediately following the BlackRock filing. Ether, the second largest crypto in market value, was recently changing hands at 1721, up 4.5% since Thursday. So the crypto market never ceases to surprise us and me. Every time you think that all is lost, it surges back. So I think that the regulatory agencies are definitely trying to kill it the best they can. And we talked about this. I may have mentioned it last week or maybe before on the live stream, but they used to ignore Bitcoin. They used to ridicule Bitcoin. They used to disparage Bitcoin. You know, it's only used by criminals and that kind of stuff. And now they're actively going up against it, right? So now they're actively trying to destroy the markets, destroy the on-ramps and the off-ramps. And the funny thing about that, it may seem scary right now, but the funny thing about that is when they fail, they will reveal their weakness, that they are not as strong as they appeared to be. And when Bitcoin bounces back, they're going to look rather foolish. Andreas Antonopoulos talked about this. They can try to kill Bitcoin, but when they finally decide to go at it full tilt and fail, that will be a defining moment. And I think we're there. I think we finally hit that moment, maybe not today or the last couple of days, but we finally hit that moment in history where governments actively try to destroy cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency markets. And I believe they're going to fail because Bitcoin is a decentralized cryptocurrency. Blockchains exist on multiple computers all over the world. You would have to destroy every single computer running a copy of the Bitcoin blockchain, and just don't think that's possible. Now, there are other cryptos that are more susceptible to government intervention, and so if you're into altcoins, you know, stay on your toes and keep an eye on the markets, right? But I think Bitcoin and maybe Ether by extension is very resilient. We're going to talk about a bunch of different stuff to do with what's going on. The title of the live stream is a Bitcoin takeover, or I'm sorry, corporate takeover of Bitcoin, which leads us into our next story, which is the BlackRock iShares files paperwork for spot Bitcoin ETF. The SEC has rejected numerous attempts by other fund companies to launch a spot Bitcoin ETF. The iShares unit of fund management giant BlackRock filed paperwork Thursday afternoon with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission for the formation of a spot Bitcoin ETF. Now, there's a lot of controversy over whether it's an ETF or a trust. And so they're calling it a trust, right? But it's the closest thing that's ever been attempted to a Bitcoin ETF. I mean, most people would call it an ETF, right? Interestingly enough, it's going to consist primarily of Bitcoin held by a custodian on behalf of the trust, and that custodian will be cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, of all things, right? So BlackRock, the largest and most powerful behemoth holding company, fund, whatever you want to call it, has filed paperwork for a Bitcoin spot ETF, in essence, right? There have been a lot of companies that have tried to do Bitcoin ETFs, have filed for Bitcoin ETFs, and always been denied by the SEC. But now I think the SEC has finally met its match with BlackRock. They have a lot of pull, political pull and financial pull. So it's going to be difficult for the SEC to deny BlackRock, and they just might. But we're finally seeing the big players trying to get into Bitcoin. Now, the conspiracy theory of this all is that the government and the financial people pulling all of the strings are making this play for Bitcoin, trying to destroy it through regulatory enforcement actions and push the price way down low so that the big boys that have finally decided to jump in can get Bitcoin and other cryptos on the cheap and control the price, right? They're destroying banks, they're destroying cryptocurrency exchanges so that everything will be consolidated. Only the biggest banks will survive, and they're the ones that are going to be buying and selling Bitcoin and holding Bitcoin. The only problem is that Bitcoin and banks are don't mesh well, right? But that's what appears to be happening, right? I'm not saying that's my theory, but it sounds plausible to me. Though approving a number of futures-based ETFs, the SEC has notably rejected other fund management companies opening spot ETF, including Grayscale, VanEck, and WisdomTree. And as I mentioned, BlackRock, however, may not be so easy for the SEC to turn away. It's the largest asset. Oh, there it is. Asset manager. Asset manager with more than 10 trillion in assets under the management AUM, and the company and its CEO have political power to possibly match that of the SEC and its leader, Gary Gensler. So is this a corporate takeover of Bitcoin? It remains to be seen, right? And will it be approved? We don't know. It doesn't happen overnight. And I remember back in 2017, 18, 19, that was always the big thing. Were they going to come out with a Bitcoin ETF? And the market, whenever someone would file, the market would go way up in anticipation. And then when the SEC would deny them, the market would tank, right? That was the pattern for the several years after the 2017 bull run. So I was really happy when talk of ETFs had finally been watered down enough to not really affect the market that much. But this is a big one, right? We'll see. We had a little bit of a surge over the last couple of days behind this filing, and it could be months, it could be a year before the SEC makes a decision, right? But this is coming into next year, which is an election year. So we're going to see a lot of fireworks, right? Get the popcorn out. Now, let's see. I wanted to go into a little bit more about that. There's an opinion piece here about the BlackRock ETF. Could get approval because of... let me get rid of this video here. Let's see here. Yeah, they have a special component of this ETF, which is called a surveillance sharing agreement between the exchanges. Surveillance sharing agreements allow for the sharing of information about market trading activity, clearing activity, and customer identification, allowing for little possibility of market manipulation. The SEC is very concerned with market manipulation related to Bitcoin prices and has cited this in almost, if not all, previous rejections. This is because the SEC's view is that Coinbase and others are not as regulated exchanges and are not regulated exchanges, and therefore cannot be trusted to prevent fraudulent and manipulative acts and practices. However, such surveillance sharing agreement is superfluous. Whatever. The surveillance sharing agreement could be the one thing that satisfies the SEC, at least in principle, right? So if they get bullied by BlackRock, pressured by BlackRock, they decide to approve the BlackRock iTrust ETF, so to speak, then they will always be able to fall back on this little component and say, well, okay, that's why we approved this one, because of the surveillance sharing agreement. So could be interesting, right? We'll see. Looks like fun. All right, now I want to get into conspiracy land a little bit. Let's see if this is, oh, wait. First I want to cover a little story about the Binance issue from last week. We were all worried about Binance last week. I hope that all of you were able to, if you needed to get your funds out of Binance, were able to do that. I did a video the week before, and I talked about it on the live stream last week about how to get your funds out of Binance US. And if they, I believe they closed off fiat withdrawals, but you can still withdraw crypto and you can still withdraw stablecoin to wherever you want, be it your wallet or another cryptocurrency exchange like Genesis or Kraken or Coinbase, where you can cash out, right? So it wasn't a deal breaker, but there's been a little bit of a update in the news here. The SEC wanted to impose a what do they call it? A temporary restraining order on Binance, right? Which would have basically closed down the exchange to a certain extent. But in order, Binance US's attorneys said that amounted to a death penalty. So they made an agreement, the SEC and the judge and Binance US made an agreement. The two weeks gives preparing more than 4,000 pages. Blah, 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 blah. Well, let me get back to the... Okay, the parties agreed to a deal Friday to ensure that only Binance US employees can access customer funds in the short term. So this is kind of a temporary 2-week thing. But the issue that the SEC had was basically they felt that the parent company, Binance, the international cryptocurrency exchange, had too much influence on Binance US and had access to their customer funds and could conceivably, withdraw Binance US customer funds to regular Binance coffers, and the SEC didn't like that. So Binance US basically agreed to some strict controls so that Binance proper, the parent company, would not have access to their funds or their wallets or private keys, or root access to Binance US's Amazon Web Service tools, right? So they've compartmentalized themselves from Binance proper, which supposedly that was why they created Binance US. But it seemed to be more of a compartmentalization on paper, and Binance had a lot of control over what went on at Binance US, and apparently they had control over wallets, private keys, and customer holdings. So Binance US has come to an agreement to prevent their parent company from any access to their U.S. customer funds, and so has a stay of execution, so to speak. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know personally whether Binance US actually cut off customer withdrawals in fiat or not. Or anyone want to throw that in there? Let's see. Let me catch up real quick. I just want to see what people are talking about. Why are you not talking about BTTC? Because it sounds like you're shilling a coin, most likely. Let's see. What's up, everyone? Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. Thank you, Scott, Mr. David. Wonderful to be here. Let's see. Yeah, Bitcoin can be divided into Satoshis. Thank you for pointing that out. JDO went into effect. It started 2018 bear market. 8:15 a.m. Sunday morning at my place. Good morning, all. Not sure if it's the lightning, but you look more gray than usual. No, it's my haircut. I got a haircut and revealing some of the gray beneath. So yeah, my new haircut makes my hair look grayer. Same reasons everyone should consider ETF for investing. Okay, I think I'm done. I'd love to ask a proper question, but I'm too drunk. Hey, just like type your question to the best of your ability. It might be legible. It might not. We'll see what happens. Let me go on to my little story within a story, which I think is a really interesting story, by the way. If we want to talk about market manipulation or crypto market manipulation, let's jump into this little topic. Oh, did I? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's try this. All right. Who the hell is Prometheum? And what did it say to Congress about SEC compliance? This is a very interesting story. I don't know if you've heard about this, but there was a congressional session going on where the CEO of a company called Prometheum was present and was claiming that the SEC, I'm sorry, they were claiming that there was no need for Congress to pass any additional regulation. There's a proposed bill up for consideration. He came to Congress and testified that there was no reason for Congress to pass any new crypto regulation because the SEC enforcement actions had given all the clarity that they needed. And interestingly enough, this company, Prometheum, has been approved by the SEC to trade digital assets. Kind of weird, right? Basically, the theory is that he's a plant by the SEC and the Democrats to convince Congress that to kill this bill, right? To kill this new bill that's up for consideration, right? So let's dive into this a little bit. This is kind of an interesting little story, right? The relatively under-the-radar company Prometheum has been thrust into the spotlight after recent testimony from its co-founder before a United States House committee discussing crypto regulatory clarity. On June 13th, Prometheum co-founder and co-CEO Aaron Kaplan appeared before the U.S. House, providing regulatory clarity to the crypto industry. Contrary to recent commentary from crypto industry players such as Coinbase, Kaplan's testimony appeared to be supportive of regulating crypto under current securities laws, a view also shared by the Securities and Exchange Commission. So funny how this guy agrees with the SEC. Strangest thing I've seen in a while. Attention was also brought to Kaplan's testimony on social media, including a widely shared June 14th Twitter thread from Castle Island Ventures partner Matt Walsh, who shared what he claims are bizarre facts about the company and its co-founder. The thread has prompted many, including Cardano and Ethereum co-founder Charles Hoskinson, to ask just who Kaplan and Prometheum. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Is that Ethereum? Well, it's sort of like Ethereum. Prometheum, right? Why do they appear to be unheard of before? Who the hell are these guys, right? The Wall Street-based Prometheum was founded in 2017 by the brothers Kaplan. The pair also listed as attorneys at the financial services-focused law Guspar Kaplan. Subsidiaries of the company are notable for their registrations with the SEC and approvals from the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. In May, the subsidiary of Prometheum was the first to offer custody of digital assets as a qualified custodian after receiving FINRA approval to operate as a special broker-dealer for digital assets. Its subsidiary Prometheum launched its SEC-registered alternative trading system offering digital asset trading, clearing, settlement, and custody. In his prepared testimony, Kaplan said that the SEC had clearly laid out a compliant path forward for crypto in the United States. He even provided a glowing review of the regulator, calling it the most capable financial market regulatory agency in the world. Well, it's pretty easy to say when you've already been approved, right? Kaplan claimed crypto exchanges and custodians are required to be regulated by the SEC and slammed those not currently regulated as being reckless, unlawful platforms. So poo-poo on every other cryptocurrency exchange, use mine, right? He went on to say existing securities laws and regulations apply to cryptocurrencies, and those who argue for new crypto-specific laws are simply not willing to comply. He added, new laws are not in the best interest of the investing public or blockchain industry, right? He seems like a little puppet for Gary Gensler, right? Some have criticized the crypto firm, saying Prometheum doesn't have much to show product-wise, despite its years in business and regulatory approval. And then this U.S. senator called him out, asked, can you trade Bitcoin on your platform? And Kaplan said no. Can you trade Ether on your platform? Kaplan said no. And this senator, I can't think of his name, Mike Flood, was like, how can you claim to be the best way to trade digital assets when you can't even trade Bitcoin and Ethereum on your platform, which make up 60% of the digital asset market? Meanwhile, theories about the company are swirling on social media, with some alleging the firm's link to the Chinese Communist Party. All kinds of crazy stuff going on. I got another article here about them. Biggest lie in crypto. This is a really good, deep dive into what is behind this company. And it sounds so fishy. And if you guys remember, the FTX sort of just appeared out of nowhere and suddenly became the #2 crypto trading platform and was a huge donator to a lot of Democrats. And there was Sam Bankman-Fried had ties to Gary Gensler. All that stuff that was swirling around when FTX crashed kind of got memory hold, right? So if you look at what the progression, we had this huge bull market. FTX with Sam Bankman-Fried came in, sucked up everybody's crypto, right? All the people that wanted to jump into the bull market, threw all their money at FTX, billions, and suddenly FTX goes bankrupt. All the crypto investors lost all of their holdings, the ones that were storing their assets on FTX. Crypto market crashes, crypto market starts to recover, and now all of a sudden the SEC is attacking the crypto market, and then we have one of these crypto friendly companies telling Congress that we don't need new crypto regulation, that the SEC has got everything under control. and a very shady company with ties to the SEC. Apparently, there are some former SEC officials that work at this company. It's just quite interesting for someone like me that likes all of this. And also, I put a link to, I don't have it here. No. Let's see here. Let me just grab this little thing I did for you guys here. This is the Twitter thread, which is pretty cool to read. And of a gentleman named Adam Cochran. And he just breaks down everything wrong with this company. This is the one where, you know, former SEC executives. One thing I did kind of find funny was that he broke up into 23 tweets and laid everything out. I don't know. I guess some people just don't have blogs, right? So they just like spew on Twitter. But then but I was interested in it and I read it all. And then somebody down below, he goes, that sounds interesting, but I'm not reading 23 tweets. Thank you, sir. Is this what our country has come to? We can't read books. We can't read novels. We can't read news articles. All we can do is watch TikTok and read tweets on our phone, and we're not even willing to read 23 tweets. Okay, so that was a whole bunch of fun. So you guys can check all that stuff out. Now, I want to get into something that is very interesting. And at the beginning of the live stream, I had muted my mic when I did that 5-minute countdown, but I forgot that anything that plays on my desktop goes out into the live stream. And I was like looking through some of my YouTube videos to queue up something, and you guys could hear the audio. So I apologize for that, a little bit amateur, right? But I should have queued those up before. But anyway, what I wanted to show you guys, I know there were a lot of you here last week. And last week, I was demoing a little wallet, where'd it go? Called the Nifty. An NFT-centric wallet. And when I pulled out my little Nifty and started showing you guys some stuff, I looked down at my phone and went, well, I thought there was more crypto in here, right? And of course, I was live and I didn't know what had happened to the crypto because I'm kind of an absent-minded guy. And sometimes when I set up brand new wallets, for demos, I will basically reset. I will transfer the crypto out after the demo and then reset the device. But in this particular case, I did not. And so when I pulled out the wallet, I noticed that I thought there was crypto in there that was no longer in there, right? And then I threw some BNB in there. And as it turns out, this wallet was compromised. And I didn't realize it till I did a little more research the next day. And let me show you, for example, if we go into the Ethereum and do the 1 month, we can see that the wallet received the $46.62 in Ethereum. And then the next day, 43.94 went out. I did not withdraw that. And then Polygon. I had put some Polygon in there. Didn't I? Yeah. So as you can see on the 8th, when I recorded the video, I put in a little bit of Polygon. And then the next day, Polygon left the wallet. And I did not realize this. Right. And then during the live stream last week, I did a demo showing you how to deposit some BNB into the wallet. And whoops, sorry. I'm trying to get this. OK, so that was on. I thought that I had put it in there during the live stream. Well, I don't know. I thought that was the 8th. Wasn't the 8th? Anyway, I thought that I had put it in the live stream. Notice that it came out. Oh, yeah, that's right. The 8th was last week's live stream, was it? What was last week? Well, it was the 10th. Anyway, I put some BNB in there, and the next day it left the wallet. So, big mystery. What happened? Somebody in the live stream commented, wow, you're not selling this wallet very well. Well, it's not the problem of the wallet. You know what happened? It took me a while to figure this out. If you watch my video, which I was queuing up before the live stream, you'll notice that I did a full setup unboxing and writing down the 24-word seed phrase, right? So I did the whole thing where I initialized the wallet, set the PIN, set the wallet up as new, wrote down the seed phrase. There's a couple here. Yeah, I wrote down the first few words of the seed phrase, and then I wrote down the rest of the seed phrase, right? And everything looked nice and blurred, right? Well, here's what happened. When I transitioned between this screen and this screen, I used a little slide transition. And let me see if you can watch it here. Weird button-based interface to enter letters one by one. It's kind of a pain. So this was just a joy to do. There. Did you see it? Did you see it? Let's see if we can watch that again. So this was just a joy to do. See, I couldn't even stop it at the right spot. But for a split second, the frame showed the seed phrase. And the reason that was is because when I threw in that video transition in Premiere Pro, somehow it overwrote the little blur that I had. Just enough to where when the transition kicked in, the blur went away. Weird button-based interface to enter letters one by one. It's kind of a pain. So this was just a joy to do. There it was. That was the seed phrase revealed for anyone that was on top of it enough to copy down the seed phrase. So when you reveal your seed phrase, anyone can restore their own wallet and have access to your funds. Now, the one thing I'll say about whoever caught this and whoever emptied the wallet was that they were greedy, yes. And interestingly, and I hope I was showing you all this, yeah? You could see my phone, yeah. What they should have done was wait longer for me to put more crypto in there, right? And I think there was some Bitcoin in there too. No, I guess I didn't put any Bitcoin in there. But whoever saw that seed phrase on my video and decided to empty out my wallet probably had to make a decision, right? Should I wait for him to put more crypto in there and maybe get more crypto out? Or should I just take what's in there now before someone else does? Because someone else could see it. Yeah, the wallet is not compromised. I compromised my seed phrase. Yeah, by revealing it in the video. The wallet is airtight. Nothing wrong with the wallet. The problem was me revealing my seed phrase in this video. Has nothing to do with the wallet. Button-based interface to enter. So I think a lot of people don't realize. So this was just a joy to do. How important that seed phrase is, right? The wallet can be airtight, but if anyone sees the seed phrase, they'll get your crypto. Now, it wasn't a whole bunch of crypto because it was, just some demo amounts that I put in there. It was less than $100. Around 50 or 60 bucks worth of crypto. No skin off my teeth. But if I had put in some really large amounts later and then had them sucked out, I would have been bummed out, right? So it's just a lesson that you have to be really careful. And I know better than to reveal my seed phrase. And as I also mentioned, usually when I do a demo of a wallet setup, I will generally I'll put some crypto in there during the demo, and then I will move the crypto out and reset the wallet just in case. And sometimes I actually show the seed phrase without blurring it and then wipe the wallet after the demo, right? But I get a lot of flack for revealing the seed phrase, even though I try to tell people it's an empty wallet, there's nothing in there, but people freak out when I show the seed phrase. So I will generally I try to blur it out, but I should have emptied this wallet after the demo, just like I always do, instead of leaving crypto in there. So c'est la vie, right? That's how it goes. So don't reveal your seed phrase to anybody, anywhere. Let's see. I also wanted to let you know that, let's see here. Let's do this one. This thing is so heavy. This is the Engrave graphene wallet. They just sent it to me. I just got it yesterday. I got the combo pack. So I'm going to do an unboxing video for that. Let's see here. What? I don't know what that's all about. Okay, there it is. Okay. Oh, here it is. Combo 0 plus graphene. Oh, you can't see my screen. Sorry. Okay, we're going to get there, right? So this is the Engrave website. And this is their combo pack. This one, it's just huge and heavy. So it's made in Germany. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Made in Belgium. Cool. I'm really excited about this wallet because I talked to one of their co-founders back in 2020 when I read an article about this wallet being one of the early biometric wallets, and I thought it sounded really cool. It's got a touch screen, and so yeah, it is a brick, man. So, and then I kind of lost contact with them. They had said, oh, well, the wallet hasn't been released yet. And so when it's actually released, we'll send you one. But things happen, the crypto market crashed, all that stuff. So, but someone had asked me a couple weeks back about this wallet. And when I went to do a little research, I was like, hey, I think I've talked to these guys before. And sure enough, I found the email exchange from 2020, contacted the co-founder, and he sent me the wallet, right? So I'll do another. I also have a cold card on the way. I think I mentioned this last week. Got a cold card coming. Hasn't got here yet. And then also this week, this week I did some videos. I did the one for Binance US I did last week before the live stream, but I also did a migration for Keystone Pro from Ledger to Keystone Pro, which a lot of people had been asking me to do. Including the people over at Keystone. So finally got them satisfied, and pretty decent video. And then I have done quite a few tour videos over the years, and someone had asked me to do another tour video. And so I thought, well, it's been a while, so I did another how to download and install the Tor browser. If you look at my total views, we still have my Google Authenticator video, what to do when you lose your phone, almost at 1 million views. We're inching up slowly. and then a couple of other authenticator videos, and you'll see that the Tor browser video that I did in 2018 is one of my top viewed videos of all time. So I figured it was high time to do another Tor video. So check out the videos that I posted this week. If you like the channel, let's go back to, whoops. I think we were talking about, no, this is views. Let's look at date and then look at, yeah, the very, very first video I did May 27th, 2017, how to verify software downloads with a cryptographic file. And there it is. Yeah. That's the very first Tor video I did back on June 1st, 2017. As you can see, I was doing like software verification, installing Debian, that kind of stuff. And then there's my first crypto video, how to keep your Bitcoin safe, store in your own digital wallet, right? How to set up Electrum, how to buy Bitcoin, how to set up a blockchain info wallet. So, and then there's like my Debian install video. So someone had asked me, could you do some more Debian videos too? So this was back when it was, I don't know, Debian version 5 or 6 or whatever it is. It's like version 13 now or whatever Debian is. But anyway. So what should we do tonight? Let's see. What do we got? 6:46. All right, I haven't babbled too long. Let's put this back the way it was. And let's go over here. I got a new background, which I think you guys might like. Waterfalls. These are pretty nice. These are all 4K. See if I can get one to, since I have several monitor. Okay, yeah, these are pretty nice backgrounds. I think they're pretty cool. Next. There, that's kind of cool. Anyway, let me check and see what you guys are asking, and let's see where we're at. Let's do the overhead. I haven't done the overhead in a while. As you can see, that's frozen. That's earlier. That was weird. Oh, well. Yeah. I'm not going to mess with it. So I think I would need to disconnect and reconnect that camera, and I'm not going to do it in the middle of the live stream because God knows what'll happen. I have so many devices and USB hubs, and I've got 4 USB hubs if you count the third monitor, but each of my monitor has USB ports. So I've got devices in each of the monitors, and then I had to buy a USB hub because I had too many devices. I've got my Stream Deck and my webcams and my mic and all that stuff. So any requests? As far as, I didn't really plan much. I was so kind of distraught about what happened with my Nifty wallet. I was kind of bummed about that. But I thought it would make a good case study to show you guys. Let's see. Not anyone, but people that show detailed how-tos in any social media, right? How to gain money to cover his losses. Oh, you can buy the sub for $9.99 USD so they can protect your money. I was wondering if anyone could either tell me how to figure my break even or direct me to directions. I use Coinbase Advanced. Thanks in advance. I don't really, I'm not an expert in trading, as Dan and JDO have seen me trade. I always do market orders, and so I'm not really an expert in trading strategies, stop limits or anything like that. I always do market orders, and I just like all I want to do is grab the crypto that I'm after and stick it in my wallet. That's my go-to workflow, right? Just get the crypto and get it in my wallet. You know, if I don't get the best possible deal at that time, that's okay. I'm not going to sweat it, right? That's my thing. So yeah, I'm sorry, I can't really give you trading advice about how to use Coinbase. Great move with the subscribers only chat. Been watching for a couple years, and it took that to realize I wasn't subscribed. Okay. Yeah, I had wanted to improve the live stream a month or so ago. So I got the Streamlabs and got some cool themes. And I really like what's, like we can go back and forth between, I've got like this transition stuff I think is pretty cool. And we've got the subscriber alerts and the donation alerts and that kind of stuff. I think it's all fun. But also I wanted to kind of open up the stream to more people that might just want to jump in. And so we took away the subscribers only a couple weeks back, and we had a really horrible spammer that came in. It was just spouting obscenities that were just really horrible. It wasn't even, usually I get like people shilling coins or spam bots like trying to, get people to buy coins or invest in something, that kind of stuff. Well, this guy was just beyond the pale. And he, after he was removed from, we have the tools to remove people on the fly, like right in the chat. We can do that, but sometimes the damage has already been done. So anyway, after that, JDO suggested that we go back to the subscriber only model to keep those elements out of the stream, and it seems to have worked. Although I know some of the coin shillers are patient. They'll subscribe just so they can spam the chat, but seems like it's working out. Let's see. I don't think it was human, probably AI programmed to pick that precise nanosecond to get the seed phrase. If it's really difficult to stop my YouTube video on that frame where the entire seed phrase was revealed, yeah, I don't know. It's like where it was. If we can get it. Use, kind of a weird button-based interface. Let's try it one more time. I can't make it stop. It's kind of a pain. So this was just a joy to do. See, I couldn't make it happen. But if you pull a video into a video editor like Adobe Premiere or there are a lot of free video editors that you can pull a video, you can download a video, you can sign up for tools that allow you to download YouTube videos and that kind of stuff. If you pull them into a video editor, you can inch through like frame by frame, and they may have done that, or maybe they were just really good at pausing the video so that they could grab that entire frame or whatever. It didn't even look like it was an entire frame. It was like half a frame. But yeah, there's ways. I mean, you see the seed phrase and you know how that you could, steal crypto with it. You would do whatever you could. Unfortunately for them, they didn't really get that much. And now nothing else is going into the wallet, right? I've already reset the hardware device. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, everybody's talking tonight. Latest version of Ledger Nano X updating will not enable recovery. Everton, let's talk a little bit about Ledger Live. I'll go ahead and launch it. Dan and I met last week, and it was great. I asked a question today and last week, and you didn't respond. Okay, so what's the question? Crypt work. Maybe I can answer it tonight. I apologize. Sometimes I get a little flustered, or I miss questions that are real easy, and it always bums me out when I'm rewatching the live stream the next day that someone asked a question that I missed, especially one that I could have answered really easily. So let me go over what's going on with Ledger. So the problem with Ledger is that they've announced a new service called Ledger Recover that makes it possible for the end user to sign up for a backup service where they can connect their device and go through a process of backing up their seed phrase to cloud-based servers, controlled by Ledger, right? The Ledger will split up the seed phrase into 3 pieces and store it on 3 separate servers controlled by 3 separate companies. All well and good as far as that goes. But the problem is that most people consider cryptocurrency wallets to be self-custody, which means that you control the private key. You don't allow anyone else to custody your private key. Ledger saw a need. They wanted to help people that were had mismanaged their private key and lost their crypto, and Ledger saw a market to help that type of end user there, and they feel that the small customer base that they have now is only a small portion of what they could have if they were to attract the broader community of people that felt that hardware wallets were too difficult, right? So I understand their business plan, right? But it's I want to say anti-crypto, but it's not a crypto-centric way for a cryptocurrency hardware wallet company to behave, in my view, right? They should be all about helping people learn more about how to do self-custody rather than offering to back up people's seed phrase. Now, this new service has been paused. You cannot access it. So as far as I know, it is impossible at this point to export your seed, right? The service is not available, so there's really no way to make this happen, right? Unfortunately, when they announced this service, there was so much pushback from the crypto community that at one point, someone in their tech support said, you know, this has always been possible, you just didn't realize it. And suddenly everyone realized that the hardware wallet wasn't 100% foolproof, safe, and secure as they thought. Now, this does not mean that Ledger actually did create a firmware that made it possible to push people's keys out, right? This was just a speculation, right? But because they made this public, unfortunately, no one seems to trust Ledger anymore, right? That's where we're at. But technically, the wallet, the Ledger Nano X wallet, does not have the capability to export the private key unless you run this firmware update, right? And even then, even if you run the firmware update, Ledger claims that it is only by using their recovery service and user confirmation that makes this possible, right? But because the firmware update adds this functionality, most people in the crypto community do not want to update to this latest version of the firmware. As you can see, I have not done it, right? They keep nudging me, telling me I should do it. I don't want to do it. So let's just make it clear which version. And people go, well, is my Ledger safe? Is it safe to update my firmware? And my answer to that would be, yeah, I think it's safe as safe can be. It's safer than driving a car, right? But we're talking about crypto here. So most people, when they say safe, they mean 100% foolproof safe. And the sad fact of the matter is nothing is completely foolproof and safe, even in the crypto world, right? But let's go ahead. So version 2.21 is the offending firmware, right? That's the firmware that most people are saying they don't want to update to. There's another subsection of people that are saying they don't want to use ledgers at all anymore because even the past versions of the firmware were tainted. But as far as if you feel like you don't want that functionality on your device, then you want to stick with version 2.1.0 of the firmware, right? tells me my device is genuine, but I'm not running the latest version of the firmware. I'm running version 2.0, which is pre-recovery service functionality. All right, so I have not updated to version 2.21 yet. Now, there's a little bit of confusion. Now, as you can see, there's an update available for the Polkadot app. Now, I can run the update for the Polkadot app without updating my firmware, right? So app updates are not going to automatically update your firmware when you run app updates. So we can run app updates. But let me go to a source of confusion that people, in the midst of all of this, Ledger released a new version of their Ledger Live software. The Ledger Live software is the software that runs on your computer. Now, they have a phone-based version of Ledger Live, and that I don't think that has a new version yet, right? So what we're talking about is the version of Ledger Live that runs on your computer, and that's now version 2.660.0. Right? And a lot of people are seeing an alert that they should update to version 2.6.0, and they're wondering, is it safe? Well, it is not the firmware update. So you can safely run the latest version of Ledger Live without updating your firmware, just to be clear, right? Some people don't think Ledger's safe at all, right? Some people feel it's safe enough as long as you don't update to the latest version of the firmware. And then there's a whole bunch of people out there that are just totally confused about all of this, right? But I have gotten a lot of people asking me, is it safe to update to version 2.6? And they think it's firmware. It's not firmware. It's just Ledger Live. That's all it is. So as you can see, I went ahead and updated to the latest version of Ledger Live. I can also, doesn't bother me to go ahead and update to the latest version of the Polkadot app either, right? Let's take a look at that real quick. Right, so as long as you're at the home screen of your device, you can click Update All, and you'll see that it's updating just the Polkadot app. You should see a progress bar on the device here shortly. There's always a backdoor gang right there. Ever since I've been doing this channel, I have had people suspicious of their Ledger device. I have countless comments over the years of people claiming that Ledger is storing people's private key and will eventually steal their crypto. So there are certain people that you cannot convince that anything is safe, and they will spew their paranoia on Twitter and YouTube comments and whatever, right? So there's a fine line, right? But yeah. Can you still up the individual tokens without updating the firmware? Yes, Rob, you can, right? We just did, right? So we updated the Polkadot app without updating the firmware. We still updated the firmware. Because sometimes, like for the Polkadot app in particular, the Polkadot, I believe Polkadot just released a new update to their blockchain, right? And so when they do that, you need to update the Ledger app too, because the new functionality of the Polkadot blockchain will not work unless you're running the latest version of the Polkadot app, right? And so, yeah, you need to keep your apps up to date. The problem is that if we refuse to update our firmware for an extended period of time, there will be new functionality that comes out that we won't be able to take advantage of because our Ledger Nano X won't have the latest functionality. Whatever it is, like the firmware is the operating system of the device itself. And yes, there are certain things that app updates can do, but there are also functionality and security that only firmware updates can do. So it is... Hey, YK Mel, thank you for the subscribe. It is not sound best practice to avoid updating your firmware for extended periods of time. And that's kind of where we're at with Ledger, right? And for that reason, I think there's a lot of people considering migrating away from the Ledger device. Unfortunately, the Ledger device, not only is it a great combination of security and usability, it also has huge industry acceptance. There are a lot of third-party wallets out there, a lot of blockchains out there that support the Ledger device and then don't support Trezor or anything else, right? So it's kind of like the Ledger device is kind of like the Coca-Cola of the crypto industry, right? There's just a lot of industry-wide support. I don't know if Coca-Cola is a good analogy or not, but yeah. So it's really a shame that this has happened with Ledger, right? They've paused the recovery service, but they are still telling people to update to this latest version of the firmware that has this added functionality. Now, Ledger claims that even if you update to this firmware, they're not going to be stealing your private keys. Even if you update to this version of the firmware, it is still impossible to export your public keys unless the user chooses to. They have said this over and over and over again, and no one is listening. But that's the way it is with crypto. People are just very mistrustful. And Ledger had a great track record, sort of, at least for their device, as far as the device had been rigorously tested by third parties, and people accepted it as one of the most safe and secure hardware wallets out there. And then this debacle happened. Haroon Ali, thanks for the subscribe. How can I transfer my tokens, coins, cryptos from Uphold to a cold storage wallet? Well, we can try. Let's see. I don't think I have anything on Uphold at the moment, but let's see. I might. What am I? Oh, I'm in the wrong browser. Pardon me. Let's see here. Uphold is a little bit tricky to make withdrawals. Oh, I'm going to need to put in this. Sorry, guys. I rebooted my computer when I was having trouble with my lights. Okay. All right. So we got that. Let's see. I need my two-factor to get into Uphold. Let's see here. Okay. I'm going to let this one cycle. Okay. Here we go. 904. Okay. All right. When you want to make a withdrawal from Uphold, right? So as you can see, I don't have much in here, but I can at least kind of give you a quick overview. The first thing you want to do when you're making a withdrawal, Scott likes Uphold, is you need to get the address of what it is of the destination wallet, right? So if we want to withdraw a basic attention token, just so you can see I got a little bit here, we need to get the address of our Ethereum wallet. Right, so we go to our Ethereum wallet, which can store basic attention token. There's a little bit of BAT in here already, right? So if you want to put BAT in your wallet, then you just click receive and get your wallet address, right? And there it is right there. That is the Ethereum address of my wallet, right? That's where I can store my BAT there. And then you go back over to Uphold and you go to whatever asset that you want to withdraw. Like, for instance, the basic attention token. I have a lot of different accounts because I get basic attention token from Brave Browser and Brave International, all kinds of weird stuff, right? All right, so here's the asset we want to withdraw. So that's our source, right? So when we click over here, the source is where we want to start, right? So we want to start with our account, in this case, the cryptocurrency we have stored in Uphold. The destination is where we want to move it, right? So we click destination, and then we don't want to move it to a different account within Uphold, right? That's just like shuffling assets around in your Uphold account. You don't want to do that, right? Because if it's an account in Uphold, like if I move it to the Ethereum card, it's just going to convert my BAT to Ethereum within Uphold, and it'll stay in Uphold, right? What we want is an outside source. Now, so what you basically need is the networks, right? So if I were to choose the crypto network Bitcoin, then it would withdraw my BAT token to my Bitcoin wallet. I would have to put in my Bitcoin wallet address, and then it would convert my BAT to Bitcoin and put it in my Bitcoin wallet, which is not really what I want to do, but that's what would happen, right? Uphold is kind of weird that way. It will allow you to withdraw any of the crypto you have in your account to any crypto network that they support, right? So I could say, oh, I want to put it in my XRP wallet, and so Uphold will convert it to XRP and transfer it to my XRP wallet, which is kind of weird, right? But what we want is BAT, right? So I can search for BAT, and I want to stick with basic attention token on the Ethereum network, right? So here's the trick. Your destination has to be a crypto network, right? So you click there. Now we've got it lined up right. We're withdrawing our BAT to a BAT wallet on the Ethereum network, right? And then the preview, oh, I have to put in an amount, right? Okay. So if I click here, I can hit use max. I don't even know if they'll let me withdraw such a small amount, but we'll try. And now there's the address, right? You remember we got the address from our BAT wallet, right? The BAT is an Ethereum token. It's a ERC20 token. So we have the address in our clipboard. Just paste it in here. And that's it. We're done, right? Well, we got to go through the confirmation, and then we confirm the withdrawal, and off it goes to our wallet, right? I'll go ahead and just go through this, see if it'll let me do it. I'm surprised they let me withdraw such a small amount. I didn't see what the fee was. Maybe the fees ate up the amount. I don't know. I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. That's what happens, right? Yeah, so I think that worked. Well, we'll see. I think we have to wait for a confirmation. Maybe it'll say that the fee was more than the principal. I don't know. I have to start paying attention to this stuff. Okay, yeah, so we got fees and all that good stuff. But that's how you withdraw your coins from Uphold, right? And we could do the same thing with XRP. Did it finish or did it not finish? It seems like it's still doing something over here. Let's go to recent activity and say, oh, okay, there it is. So I withdrew $11 worth of BAT from my account, and it should show up over here in my BAT balance. BAT, same BAT channel, same BAT balance, right? It might take it a bit, but it should, right? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I transferred the BAT token from my Uphold account to my wallet. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions. I've been doing a lot of migration videos because people are asking me. And for example, I did this one about migrating from a ledger device to a keystone. And I get a lot of people that say, please do a video on how to move from ledger to Uphold. And before I did this video, I had people, please do a video on how to transfer from a ledger to a keystone. And I'm happy to do the videos. They get views and that kind of stuff. And the wallet companies like them and all that great stuff. The problem that I have is that when I see that question, I just think to myself, it's not rocket science, right? There's really nothing mysterious about if you saw this video on how to transfer from a ledger to a keystone, you should, using the same template, be able to withdraw from a ledger to an Uphold. It's the same thing. It's you get you get the address of the wallet that you want to transfer to, and then you go over to the source wallet and transfer to that address. So it's just like I get the feeling that after all these years of doing videos and tutorials, people still can't wrap their head around how to transfer crypto from point A to point B. I guess that's why I'm here. But yeah, it's not that difficult. Once you, I think the problem is that people don't practice. Just like a soldier, going into battle with a rifle, if he's only shot it once, and then he goes into battle, he's not going to be ready to shoot that rifle under duress, right? Because he hasn't practiced day in and day out on, loading, unloading, dealing with it being jammed, whatever, a soldier deals with when he's dealing with a rifle, right? You need to learn how to use that tool to get the job done. And if you don't practice, then, you're not going to be able to do it when the time comes and you really need to do it. And that's the same with crypto. If all you've done is somehow managed to move your Bitcoin from your Coinbase to your ledger, great. I'm glad. Congrats. I'm really happy that you've stored your crypto in a safe and secure wallet, whatever wallet you choose, whatever hardware wallet you choose to store your crypto in. That's really great. But if you've only done it once, then when the time comes to move it back, people seem mystified. Well, now how do I get it out of the wallet? And I said, well, then just do the opposite of what you did when you put it in the wallet, right? Instead of doing a receive, you do a send. And then you go to Coinbase and get the address of your Bitcoin account in Coinbase, right? So it's good to practice that with small amounts. I know you're going to pay some fees to do that, but it is good practice to learn how to do it so that when the time comes and you're under duress, the market's crashing or the market's mooning, whatever the case may be, you'll know how to do it so that you won't get caught flat-footed and mystified, and then you're stressed out, and then you make a mistake. All right? Some people don't know how to fish, but then they insist on eating fish. I sent my vet on ETH blockchain by mistake. Any recover possible on Uphold to my private wallet? It depends on what kind of wallet you sent your vet to. But if you accidentally sent your VET to your Ethereum wallet on your Ledger device, and like, for instance, you sent your vet here. And the problem with vet, I don't know what's going on there. That was kind of weird. The problem with VET is that it uses the same address format as Ethereum, so it's very easy to accidentally send it to the wrong to an Ethereum address. The exchange will allow it, right? Like if you try to send BNB coin to the wrong type of address. Like if you try to send BNB coin to a Bitcoin address, the exchange or the wallet will say, can't do it, right? Format's not correct. But if you try to send VET to an Ethereum wallet, it'll let you, right? So basically, if you sent your VET to an address in your Ledger device, there is hope, right? So basically with VET, you need to use the Ethereum app. Right, so we're already, let's see, we're in the Ethereum app there. And then you need a specialized piece of software called, what's the name of that thing? VET Wallet. Let me see this thing. Yeah, it's a VE Chain Wallet. Third-party wallet. Yeah, it's a website. No. VE Chain Wallet. Okay. I think, let me find it over here. Yeah. Hang on just a second. I know it's around here somewhere. Maybe it's in this browser. No, it's not that. Oh, I'm thinking of Theta. Okay, VET. Sorry. I get Theta and VET confused. They're both like that. Both Theta and VET use Ethereum formatted addresses. With VET, you need a thing called sync. I may or may not have it on this wallet. Let's see here. Yeah. So there's... I'm not really crazy about this new version of it, but let me just... Here. Yeah, so this is it. And then there's a version 2 of this. This is weird how sync VE chain. Yeah. All right, so I'll put this in the description. I mean, I'll just paste it in the chat window so you guys can get at it. I think both of them will work. Even the older version would still work. Where am I? So basically you download this little wallet here. And like for example, oh, there's a new version. Okay. Let me delete this and see if I can get it back. Press OK. Okay. Please enter OK. Okay. I hope I did that right. Okay. All right. So let's see if I can get this back here. So basically what we want to do is, wallets, right? We want to add a new wallet and we want to use our Ledger device, right? And we're in the proper, oh, there's a VET. Okay, yeah. Okay, so there's a VET app. So we need to get out of Ethereum. And then we need to go to the VET app. I think I have it. If I don't, we can just download it. I may not have it on here. I haven't used this in a while. Yeah, I don't see it. So let's go back over to Ledger Live. Let's download the VET app. VET. Oh, okay. Maybe it's because this thing is like talking to the, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. I just kind of want to show you what it does the first time. Okay, let's see if we can go to my ledger. It should ask to authorize on the device or not. Okay, we go to VET. There is a VET app that we can download for the device. So we download the VET app. Interestingly enough, if you have sent tokens of VET tokens into your Ethereum wallet on your device, they'll be in here after you install the VET app. Because it's kind of a there's the VE chain, because it's kind of an EVM chain, right? All right, now let's go back over here wherever we were. Oh, did I? Okay. I'm sorry, I closed the wallet. All right. So now we want a new wallet, and then we connect our ledger device. All right. Okay, so there it is. There's VET in this wallet and VTO, right? Because it was stored on my ledger device. Now, I'm not sure which wallet you moved your VET into, so I don't know if this would work out for you or not. Yeah, VET used to be an Ethereum-based token, right? It used to be an ERC20 token, and then they moved over to their own blockchain. So you need the VET app and you need the VET Sync app. That you can't do this in Ledger Live. Like, I think Ledger was even, yeah. How to use VE Chain with Ledger. They're going to tell you install the VE Chain Sync extension. Oh, okay. Well, I guess maybe there is now. Oh, no. Yeah, this is what I did, right? I download, I don't know why they're calling it an extension. They used to call them apps, but I guess they're calling us an extension now. Well, that's weird. Oh, okay. Well, that's this. Whatever. I don't know what happened there. Oh, I hate when they take you away from the page you're on. Just open me a new tab. All right, and then we get the VE Sync, right? And then you could do it. You can also do it with that Sync app that they mentioned, right? Which is this thing. It's the same thing. Which basically do the same thing. But there's a newer version of this. But I'm sure the old app will work too. Yeah, I kind of like this one better anyway. Now, it might not like the fact that this wallet is open. So yeah, we'll go to wallet. We'll say ledger. It's all connected. And we'll get ledger X, right? And then import. And there's the wallet. It's the same wallet, right? Same amount. That's VET. Okay, so let's see. They said it themselves that if the government asks for your seed phrase, they will happily give it away, right? But only if you're using the recovery service, right? If the government asks these companies to reveal, if they go to them with a subpoena and they say, customer X is a money launderer, I want his private seed so that I can see where all his money's being laundered, then the government will have to comply, right? I'm sorry, the companies will have to comply. But that's only if you're storing your seed phrase with them, right? Normally, your seed phrase never leaves the device. Ledger claims that only you can export that seed phrase to their recovery service, right? That's why people don't trust them, because they've already revealed that it's possible. People don't like I don't know. I don't know what to compare it with. True about ledger statement. The seed phrase is offline, though. Well, it's stored in 3 separate shards, but if the government subpoenas all 3 companies, they can put the shards together and like view the seed phrase. From what they've told us, right? It's just a Shamir backup with 3 shards. You only need 2 to complete the original seed phrase. There is no user intervention required. It just requires 2 of the companies to cooperate. At least that's how Shamir backups normally work, right? And Ledger is saying that, oh, only the user will be able to do this based on their identity information, which is another sticking point about this service, is it requires you to submit your identifying documents in order to back up your crypto. So now you've linked your crypto with your identity. Not good business. And you have to pay for it, $9 a month. Don't mean if you lose your seed phrase, just ask the government and they will happy give it to anyone. Who's going to pay $10 per month, right? I have a little bit of vet on a wallet. I need to figure out if I can access it again. Same with ELG since they rebranded. So was that Chaos Rain that asked originally? We're going to need a video about how to recover Bitcoin that's lost to the chain. I got $500 floating around. Cold card is confusing me. I get lost with the JSON and following the addresses, so many numbers. If you have lost Bitcoin because you've moved your Bitcoin to the wrong address, or you've wiped your device and you can't find your seed phrase, it's gone. There is no way to recover Bitcoin from the chain without the private key. That's how Bitcoin works. If it were possible to just go out on the blockchain and suck Bitcoin off, it would have been sucked off long ago, right? You can't really do that, right? When you create your wallet, you generate a private key, which creates an address for you out there on the blockchain. And if you transfer Bitcoin into that address, you better well manage that private key, because that's the only way to access that Bitcoin. Let's see. How's everybody doing tonight? You guys doing good? Asil, donating again? I feel like your son, right? I'm supposed to be the crypto dad, and Asil has been supporting me every week. Do you have a fave domain name service, ENS Unstoppable, or another blockchain domain service? I played around with Unstoppable Domains a while back. I did is that the cat? I thought I felt the cat. I did a video on the how to use the Unstoppable domain a while back, but I'm just not a huge fan. It's still not like user friendly. There's a Sil. Thank you so much. I don't know, maybe I got to turn that thing down, man. That's unstoppable. If I could spell, my life would just be, there would be nothing wrong with my life. To simplify crypto, how to connect your Unstoppable to your Twitter, how to set up an Unstoppable domain, right? That's the original. It was back in 2020. I never really took full advantage of all the stuff you're supposedly able to do with this. The main feature that I was demoing was being able to link your Unstoppable domain to one of your wallets, so that if you wanted someone to send you crypto, then they didn't need to use the wallet address. They could just send it to your Unstoppable domain name, which supposedly made it easier. The only argument against that is that it is very rare for someone to actually type in a crypto address. You're more likely than not, if you're dealing with a crypto address, you're cutting and pasting it from somewhere, right? Either from your wallet or from your exchange. So it's not that inconvenient to use a Bitcoin or Ethereum address, right? So it's kind of like, it was a service that really didn't seem to me to be groundbreaking, right? I mean, it was kind of cool that I could say, hey, if you want to send me crypto, send it to, Rex at crypto dot whatever, my domain name. But I don't know anybody that wants to send me crypto, to be perfectly honest with you. So I'm not like giving out that address to all my friends and going, hey, if you want to send me crypto, I'll make it really easy for you. But I mean, it's a use case that some people might like. And there's more than just, pardon me, there's more than just that with crypto domain names, right? I guess you could actually like set up a business, do like a website, and it's uncensorable because it's on the blockchain. So there's all kinds of like cool stuff you can do with blockchain domains, but I never really did much with them. And Unstoppable is the only one that I'm aware of. I'm assuming now there's more than just Unstoppable, but in answer to your question, Asil, this is the only one I know about. And I've done several videos on how to deal with it, but they're kind of old, so they may not be as relevant. I sent Matic Polygon from Coinbase to Uphold Ethereum network, mistakenly got all lost token, got no help from both sides. Yes. Yeah, that's another mistake that's easy to make. Because Polygon and Ethereum use the same address format, just similar to the way that, VET and Ethereum work and are similar. So, yeah. And if you were to have sent that Polygon to MetaMask by mistake, you could have recovered it. If you had sent your, let's go here. Whoops. That's not what I want to do. All right, let's go here. I just want to open the Ethereum wallet. Okay, there. If you were to have accidentally sent some Polygon to your MetaMask wallet, by mistake to your Ethereum address, like if you sent it to this address in MetaMask, then all you would have really had to have done would be to go into your MetaMask and add a new network, right? Just add the Polygon network, right? They have lots of networks that you can add, like Phantom, whatever, right? And then once you added Polygon network, you could switch over to Polygon and have access to the Matic that you moved into your Ethereum wallet, right? But unfortunately, you sent it to another exchange, and even though they could probably very easily recover this, because I'm sure but maybe Uphold doesn't support Polygon, I don't know. But I've heard of people that were able to recover crypto in that sense by just dealing with their tech support. But you're at their mercy, basically, when that happens, right? Yeah, matter of opinion, your choice. You have your seed phrase, not them, only the service. Yeah, I think most people like me would choose not to use the recovery service. And as far as Ledger says, is that my seed phrase is still private and never leaves my device. Only if I choose to use their recovery service is it possible for the seed phrase to leave the device. But we were always told that the seed phrase never left the device under any circumstances. And now they've opened up this window of possibility that really bothers people. We don't like possibilities, right? Okay. Cryptwork, I hope you got your question answered. Let me see if I can go back. You've got a unique little icon there. $500 floating around. Oh yeah, you were asking about trying to recover crypto that's on the chain without your private key. Hopefully you do have your private key somewhere. sorry, I'm confused. Should I do the firmware update for Ledger X? The consensus is no. Right? But it's controversial. Should I update the firmware? I have not. Does it matter? Maybe not. But people don't like the possibility of their device being capable of exporting the private key. Whether they choose to or not, they do not like that possibility. So most of the crypto enthusiasts are not running this firmware update. And I haven't either. But as Ledger claims that you can update your firmware and your crypto is still safe. So it's up to you whether you want to run the firmware update. I can't make that decision for you. All I can tell you is that I have not, and that there are many people out there that don't want to, and that there are other additional people out there that don't trust the Ledger at all now because of this fiasco. But, I have not updated to this firmware, and I'm really not comfortable doing it. So that's my take on it. That's just my opinion. So don't be confused. If using Cold Card, you can set up a watch wallet with Blue Wallet, which makes it easier to manage. Yeah, when I get that cold wallet, you're welcome, Asil. When I get my Cold Card wallet, I'm going to do a setup video on using Cold Card. We'll see how that goes. It is my opinion that it looks to be pretty complicated. But, being super secure is always going to be complicated. But it's my view that a good wallet should balance security, usability, and affordability. Those are three components that a wallet should balance well, right? Yes, we all want to be super safe and secure, but if you can't figure out how to use the wallet, it's too difficult to use, it's too inconvenient to use, then it's not really a great wallet. That's my view, right? So there needs to be a balance between security, usability, and affordability, right? So as it stands, a hardware wallet in general is the safest way to store your crypto, even if the Ledger device has a secure element chip with a closed source. The way it works is closed source. It's still a safe and secure way to store your crypto. Many people don't agree with me. They don't think ledgers are safe anymore. But you've got Trezors, you've got Engraves, you've got Descent, you've got a whole bunch of different cryptos out there, crypto hardware wallets out there to choose from. So you have to make the best choice based on your research. But like I said, if you're brand new in the crypto and you're looking for super safe and secure and you can't figure out how to use it and you screw it up and you lose your crypto, that's why a good wallet should also be easy enough to use, right? Safe and secure is wonderful, but it's easy to lose your crypto if you screw something up or can't get to it after you've done it, right? I hear a lot of sad stories. After updating to version 2.21, how can I choose to enable or disable the recover functionality? Right now, they don't have it available. So Hey, Andreas, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Everton, if you've already updated the firmware, there is at present, there is no way to enable the recovery service. It's not available yet. They paused it. So at this point, no, there's no way to use the recovery service yet. Okay, when I sent my VET from Uphold to my Trust wallet, I sent that on Ethereum blockchain. Will I be able to recover it from the Ethereum blockchain on my Trust wallet? Maybe. Let me see if I can show you. Well, I don't know about VET. Let's check, though. So if you're in Trust, All right, okay, there's a small amount of Ethereum here. So if you send it to your Trust wallet, you might check to see if they support VET, right? Go up, see up here in the top right, those like two little lines with little circles. That's where you enable or disable additional cryptos. Search for VET, see if they support it. Looks like they do support it, so enable it. Right? Enable VET and Thor as well, probably a good idea, and then hit done. And you should have VE chain down there. And if you sent your VE chain to your Trust wallet, then it should show up here. This wallet, right? If you send it to this Ethereum address, which is this one, right? If you send it to this address in your Trust wallet, then you should be able to just go in and enable VET. And it should show up in the wallet, right? Try it out, see if it works. Took me 2 seconds. See if it works. It just might. Never know. Let's see. I have not heard of ADA handles. There's like love. Is that where like you eat too many potato chips, while you're trading ADA, and then you end up with ADA handles? You can't get Everton ADA handles. No, I've never heard of ADA handles, unfortunately. Will the recovery feature be disabled by default? They are not offering it right now. They claim that the only way to use it is if you decide to use it. So yes, it's disabled by default. It's only if you choose it. Okay. Crypto work. Know about wallets. Stargaze. I need to learn how to use Uniswap. Well, you better start doing some research then. The update only applies to the Nano X, not the Nano S Plus. That is correct. I didn't even know that you could delete comments. Oh, yeah. Even Ballet Wallet is shady. No, they're not shady. They will tell you exactly how their wallet works. People think they're shady, but Ballet Wallets have been around since 2017, and no one has supposedly ran screaming saying that their wallet was emptied out, right? That's just what all the naysayers say. Oh, someday Bobby Lee's going to steal everybody's crypto. Well, haven't done it yet. You'd think if they were going to steal everybody's crypto, they'd have done it back in 2021 when the market was high. I guess they missed their chance. They claim that the private keys are created in a super secure process at multiple locations so that no one employee has access to the process, and that the private keys are stamped on the factory, and then they move the cards over to the Las Vegas factory where they stamp the passphrase, and the whole process is safe and secure. About as safe and secure as Ledger's what do you call it? Super secure element chip, right? There's always that level of trust you have to put in a hardware wallet company. And for what it offers, I think there is a level of trust we put in the Ballet wallet, but it is a very easy to use wallet, right? Idiot proof. Really hard to screw it up. I like that about it. Just don't get the service. If you don't want to use the Ledger recovery service, then don't use it. I wanted to send the 10,000 ADA to G-Man No Name. Cool. We'd rather keep buying crypto than buying cold wallets, right? I watched a video earlier today by Andreas Antonopoulos, which I really enjoyed. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see here. Yeah, this is really cool. This guy is a legend in the crypto community. He basically wrote the book on how to use Bitcoin, right? Mastering Bitcoin by Andreas Antonopoulos. Just a really great book if you want to understand how Bitcoin works. And he did this video, which he's not that just last year, and he was just like, "Don't use paper wallets, right? It's outdated technology." But he was also talking about someone reminded me of something. You need a seed phrase. Does ledger have a backdoor? Buying. Oh, cold wallets, right. Andreas Antonopoulos. Actually, I think it was a different. I've been watching videos all day. The cutoff point was $1,000. And I can't remember whose video I was watching, but they said, if you only have $1,000 worth of crypto, it doesn't really make sense to buy a $100 hardware wallet or a $150, $200 hardware wallet, right? If all you're dealing with is $1,000 worth of crypto. If it's more crypto than that, then you might want to consider getting a hardware wallet because it is the safest and secure way to store cryptocurrency. And another rule of thumb was if you would feel uncomfortable carrying at that amount of cash on you on your person, then that's probably time to buy a hardware wallet, right? So if you've got $3,000 worth of Bitcoin, would you want to carry $3,000 in cash just out and about when you're running errands? Probably not. It doesn't seem safe and secure, right? Would I really want to run to the grocery store with $3,000 in my pocket? Probably not, right? I would probably only carry like 100 or enough for the groceries, right? So if you would not want to carry a certain amount of cash in your pocket on your person, then if you have that amount of crypto, in dollars, then it's probably a good time to get yourself a hardware wallet, right? So if whatever that amount is, like if it's, I feel comfortable carrying $3,000 with me, okay, fine, right? But would you feel comfortable carrying $10,000 in your pocket with you? Maybe not. Well, then for you, that's probably the good time to go out and get your own hardware wallet, right? Personally, I got my first hardware wallet. I don't know how much crypto I had at the time, but I just knew that was the best way to store crypto, so I bought it, right? But there are a lot of people out there that they only have $500 to invest in Bitcoin, so I would say invest it all in Bitcoin. Don't waste $100 of it on a hardware wallet. But if you've accumulated a few $1,000s worth of Bitcoin, maybe it's time to get a hardware wallet. I love this video here about paper wallets because I hear so many people asking me about paper wallets. Aren't paper wallets safe and secure and blah, blah, blah. He just broke it down so well, how paper wallets were created back in the early years of Bitcoin, like 2013, 14, and 15. And back then they didn't have mnemonic phrases. And so that was a safe and secure way to store your Bitcoin. But now they have hardware wallets and mnemonic phrases and, multi-sig and all. It's just paper wallets are an outdated technology. And he just keeps going on and on about don't use paper wallets. It's a great video. And I'm glad I saw it because I still have people asking me about paper wallets. And they're just really not safe and secure. And there's a level of expertise required to safely create and safely retrieve from paper wallets that a newcomer can screw up, right? So anyway, I thought that was a cool video I saw earlier. ADA handle is one-time fee and you get to name your Cardano address anything you want. It's a bit like a domain address. Okay, so it kind of sounds like the unstoppable domain for ADA. Interesting. Oh, that makes sense. ADA handle. Did I spell ADA handle right? If I could spell. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, I can't show you on camera, buddy, because Oh, I've got this great story to tell. Come here. Okay, just give me a second, buddy. Don't get freaky. Hey. Oops. Okay. Okay. Oh. All right. Can you see his little tag here? You see that? That is a little collar holder that has an Apple AirTag in there, so that we can track the cat when we let him outside. And this morning he came home without his tag. So I used my app to track. Let me see if I can show you here without revealing too much about my life. Okay. Well, it does sort of show my... Okay, maybe this one. Yeah, there you go. And you can't see everything about me. All right, so the Marco's AirTag, as you can see, he's here with me now. And then this morning he came home without his AirTag, and his collar had come off. So I looked around, I couldn't find it. If you're not close enough to it, you can't track it. It'll just sort of show you where it is generally. So I looked everywhere for his collar and was walking around the neighborhood with my phone. And then when I finally got a little whiff of it, I started tracking it. You know, I was like, okay, I'm 30 feet away, 25, 15, 10. And when I was 10 feet away, I looked out, I could see it just laying there in the grass. And I was like, oh, okay, finally found his little collar thing. So I went over and I picked it up, and I picked up his collar. I was in the neighbor's yard, back behind their house, I don't know, about 500 feet from my house. And as soon as I turned around in the neighbor's yard and looked down, and the cat was right there. I was like, hey, Marco. I guess he tracked it too, or whatever. So I just reached down and put the collar back on him. It was kind of funny. Dan, thanks for being here. JDO, thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys as always. Kenny, thank you for the news stories this week. I really appreciate it. I'm so happy that you seem to have a thirst for knowledge, and you go through the headlines every day, and more so than me. Some days I'm just like not into it. So it's always great to have the headlines come in through the email so that I can review them at the end of the week. Marco. Ugh, the cat is chewing plastic again. Anyway, everybody, yeah, he's getting fat, right? Thanks, guys, for coming to the... oh, and yeah, I'll check into this handle thing. That looks kind of interesting. Sounds interesting. And I'm definitely going to do the Engrave unboxing this week. And I'll do the cold card if that comes in. And once again, I appreciate everybody that joined, and I appreciate the moderators and Kenny, as always, and everyone that donated and everyone that subscribed. A special thank you to you guys. I will see you next week. Let's see what we're doing here. I think we got this one straight. Yeah. So every week we do the live stream from Michigan, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me again. Hope to see you here next week, 6 p.m. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon. Happy Father's Day.